I don't feel all that great, folks. You're going to have to really be patient with me on this one. Let me just spin my camera around here because I'm going to need it. Okay. Jesus. Yay for me, right? I'm not even going to explain this. It's not what you think it is. It's not painkillers or anything like that. Just not doing all that great. I'm not going to get into it or explain anything. I don't even know if I should be drinking Red Bull while taking that stuff, but I don't give a shit. But like I said, it's not what you think it is. It's not painkillers or anything, but we're going to get into this. We are going to destroy these sports card hacks, these frauds, these shills, these con artists, these scumbags that are out there, because I've been conducting an experiment with this card right here. This is the Barry Bonds that I pulled it. I have now listed it a third time on eBay because the type of messages that I continue to get because of this card leave much to be desired, because people refuse to accept truth and facts as far as the value of what this card is worth. And I've priced it appropriately. But there are people that are out there who continue to throw these lowball offers. Now, this is the third time I've listed this card. And again, you have to bear with me. I'm really not feeling all that well. I'm feeling like I'm not going to get into it or explain it. But thank God, at least I got the resources to take care of myself in a lot of ways. Just a very depressing situation I find myself in again. I really don't want to get into my personal stuff, but we will get into facts when it comes to this. Because I listed it a second time, and again, I was getting the same types of lowball offers, the same type of criticism, the same type of attacks over on eBay. This one card has taught me everything that I need to know about the sports card hobby, and I am going to destroy these frauds using this card and facts, which I think I put most of this up on my community page, so you can all go look at it. And you can also check out my eBay store, which the link is in the description box of this live stream. You'll see this card is active right now, again, for a third time. And you're going to see these photos. I think I've left out one or two of these, but I can always go back and add these. Because sports card, certain sport, not all sports card collectors, but there is a dark, greedy side to the hobby, which we've all seen. We've all experienced it. We've all seen it. We know it exists. We see it with the breakers. We see it with eBay sellers and flippers. We see it all over the place with thieves taking cards out of box breaks. These breakers are stealing cards from their customers. It's about time we launch a campaign against these people to bring it to its knees, or at least bring it to a slow crawl. Now I'm going to show you what I've been dealing with and the research that it takes for me to comp certain cards. And regardless and despite what certain people who have been trying to acquire this card off of me think, I am correct. I am right. You are wrong. Period. Facts don't care about what you think or your feelings, because I have the numbers to prove that my assessment is correct. Let me just do one thing here quickly, folks. Just do me a favor, if you're watching this live stream, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Again, I'm not feeling well, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually not doing so great today. All right. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button. And check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box below. Bear with me, folks, because I'm taking medication. I really don't want to talk about it. Just some personal stuff that's kind of gone on, you know, that thank God I've got the resources to deal with certain things. I just don't want to discuss it. I really don't want to get into it. I want to get into this because it's probably the best for me to talk some hobby talk here. But just keep it in mind, if you're ever feeling bad or down, you know, don't let yourself fall at the wayside. You know, a lot of this is just carryover from what happened on Valentine's Day and a lot of other things. You know, this woman is she's just very, I'm not going to get into it. But we are going to focus on this. We're going to focus on the hobby talk here. And at least the aspect ratio on my end on my TV corrected itself, which is good. So at least I got some hobby talk to talk about. Again, just bear with me here if I'm a little moped up. I probably shouldn't even be drinking. You guys and gals know that's the unofficial drink of the channel right there. The sugar-free Red Bull's not sponsored. But again, I'm not doing too well today. So, you know, I'm up super early in the morning. I'm not going to get into certain things. Let's focus on this topic at hand. So I committed myself to trying to see what would happen if I listed this Barry Bonds auto. And this is now the third time I've listed this card over at my eBay store, right? The first time people were throwing me $400 lowball offers for this card. And I have plenty of evidence to support my claim. Well, don't you worry about that. I got the receipts. That's why the camera is this way this time. So this is a Auto 10 condition 8.5 SGC holder. Now this is a holder from prior to PSA buying out SGC and thus Beckett. So technically any new slab, in my opinion, that is slabbed by SGC is in fact a PSA holder of sorts, if you want context. And these cards raw, some of them are still on eBay. Now this is the base of this auto. There are out of 50s, 25, 10s, 5s, and there's still a 1 of 1 floating around out there somewhere, I think. There is a red out of 5 currently listed on eBay. There are a couple, I think there's like 1 or 2 orange 25s. I'm not the only one that has the base auto listed, whether it's raw or slabbed. I believe there are over 300 of these in the population count, as far as the print run is concerned, excuse me, not the pop count, but the print run. But I chose, and there are a lot of these in SGC holders. Surprisingly, there are a bunch of them slabbed in SGC holders. Because I guess nobody was confident to submit these to PSA, because even I knew it when I pulled this out of a pack that it was OC. To you normies out there, OC means off center, of course. on back and front, and I knew that the very minute I pulled this out of the pack. You can see it on the back right there. You might not be able to notice it on the front because of the lighting, but it is in fact OC on the front. It kind of favors the corner up here in this direction, going that way. So I expected this card not to be gemmed. So I listed it on eBay to see what was going to happen. And now we're going to expose these con artists, these flim-flam people who have been trying to literally get this card off of me for nothing. Because the lowball offers that I got, currently I have it listed over at my eBay store for $1,000 or best offer. And you're going to see what I'm about to show you in the listing, in the photography. And I definitely have to add, I think, 1 or 2 more of these that I forgot to put into the listing. But these people are constantly insisting that I sell this card for $400 to them. And that's not going to happen. And I've been fighting tooth and nail with these people because, well, they want a Barry Bonds auto, but they're going to have to pay the piper because, well, it's now a year since these autos came out. And yes, I understand the difference between how people feel about SGC, how they feel about PSA, how they feel about Beckett. I know the difference between the refractors and the parallels, the pop numbers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't need it to be explained to me. I know all of that. I've been around a little bit now. I got all of that. But I know when somebody's trying to take me for a ride, and with all the stuff that's gone on in the sports card hobby, someone needs to stand up against this type of shit where people are trying to get something for nothing. And then they'll probably try to flip it for 3 or 4 times what it's worth. Because according to the numbers that I have after doing a deep dive on this card, these lowball offers of a slabbed 8.5 SGC holder, it's a joke. And these people, in fact, are frauds. They're frauds, in my opinion. And I'm going to show you the evidence to support my claim. Now, to those that have been trying to get this card for $400 off of me, it's not going to happen. So this is based off of a Google search. The first piece of paper I have here, which I'm going to show you. This is from a Google search I just did when I got home. I'm not going to get into what that means, nothing bad or anything. Well, I printed this up early this morning. Facts are facts. This card is raw, starts at $700. This is from a Google search of the base auto without it being graded. It clearly says base autograph ungraded, $700. That's the starting price. That's through a Google search. And you can see the price range, $700 to $882. And then, of course, you see other examples of that, numbered parallels, etc. Market demand is very high. So Google confirms that this is a highly desired autograph and or card, or a combination of the two. So the base auto is going for $700 to $882. So anybody that is pricing this card raw over that price is overpricing them. So I will defend some of those people when it comes to that based on this Google search alone. And you can see it right there, folks. Facts are facts. Numbers are numbers. $900 is kind of pushing it a little bit, but that's the raw price. That's a Google search. Okay. Now we go to sportscardpro.com, and you're going to see an image of the base auto that I have ungraded, and I have it prepared for all of you. You will see other grades there. That again, you'll see that $700 price tag for the raw ungraded version of this card. All right. And again, starts at $700 ungraded, raw, without a slab. And Google, as of this morning, shows the price range between, again, $700 to $882.43. Now you'll see PSA grades down there. There is a PSA 10. I think there's only one PSA 10. And you can see it's graded for it's priced at almost $3,000. A grade of 9.5. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if that's an SGC holder or a BGS holder. I have no idea, but you clearly see a grade 9.5. And the only two companies that I know that do that are SGC and BGS. And then it goes on. And then you see a grade of 8, which is at $1,000, which is where I started the price of my card at an 8.5. And behind that red circle, it's actually grade 7. So I have a price range that I have as a best offer between the ungraded and the 8. So you see the numbers right there. The numbers don't lie. A 9.5 implies a BGS or an SGC. That's what that implies, that 9.5. Again, that's from Sports Card Pro. You can see the header right there. You can look this up yourself. Oh, yeah, bear with me here, folks. Like I said, I'm a little tired here. Very tired. This is a very long 48 hours for me almost. So then we go into the grading companies. So I, as a high-profile seller on eBay, or a high-ranking seller on eBay, I have the eBay comping tool, which is based through Card Ladder, right? And when you scan the card itself without the grade, because it'll mention SGC, if you scan the card itself without the label, you come up with this price. A BGS 9 is at least, in my opinion, and this is one of the most recent sales for $849.99. That's a BGS 9. Okay? And if you want to look at it from a logical perspective, because I know how collectors are, you know, a PSA or an SGC 10 is a PSA 9, a BGS 9 is an SGC 8, and all that kind of stuff. So the logic says that this card that's in my hand is at least a BGS 9, which confirms what my assessment is with Sports Card Pro's pricing. Okay? I hope you're all following my logic so far. Again, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and check out my eBay store, folks. It really goes far to help the channel. Again, bear with me. I'm not really doing all that great, folks. I'm not going to get into it. And then when you look at the raw card, which confirms both the Google search and Sports Card Pro, the raw price of the card has sold at $700, and that's the start. That's the starting price. Confirms right there. And that's of February 4th. So this is a very recent price. So again, I will support the other side of this argument and say, if you see anybody pricing that base auto at $1,000 raw, then that's probably them just trying to make a quick buck, which in and of themselves, they are con artists, in my opinion, and scammers. You shouldn't be paying that price. So on the other side of the argument, I kind of support the people that have been questioning the price of the card raw. So we went through this, we went through this, we went through this. So now, again, I've already showed this on camera, but I wanted to show you a close-up because you can see the numbers. So this is Sports Card Pro. Again, this is a close-up of those numbers where you can see my assessment and how I comped the card. Now, again, you're going to see a grade of 9.5. Is that a BGS? Is that an SGC? Which card company graded this card as a 9.5? Ungraded, again, you see that $700 number. So that confirms Card Ladder, that confirms Google. So 3 sources together confirm that the raw starting price of this card is at $700. There's no way around that. You can argue and stomp your feet all you want. This is a recent sale of a PSA 6 of the raw auto. And again, I have to assess that this is at least an SGC 8 because I know how people feel about SGC. Some dipshit commented on that second listing that has now been taken down, that I relisted it a third time, saying, oh, it's in an SGC holder. And again, the whole song and dance. There are these, what I'm going to call tropes from now on. The SGC thing is less than a PSA. It's less than a BGS in some opinions. These are all tropes. Typical sports card bullshit tropes. Oh, it's in an SGC holder. This is what it is. Raw. Well, this person is selling this one for this much, and it's typical bullshit tropes. And there's the evidence of that. This PSA 6 sold for $780, which is $80 more than the card raw as a PSA 6. Okay? I hope you idiots out there are watching. So with all that being said, the estimated value, in my opinion, of this card is anywhere between $800 to $1,000. And that's a wide range I'm giving it. That's why I listed it at $1,000 or best offer. You cannot deny these facts. Facts are facts, whether you like them or not. Bear with me, folks. Like I said, I got that medication in me. Like, I did not have a good... I want to talk about this so bad, but I really don't want to get into it. It's very, very depressing, actually. Nothing bad. There was nothing bad. Well, I mean, I'm not in trouble or anything like that. It's just a lot of personal issues came across my plate. Let me take a look at something here. It's really not fair, folks, that, you got people that are out there that are just fucking evil. I'm probably going to go right to bed after this. I'm not feeling good at all, man. This is some strong shit. But anyway, like I said, forgive me, I had some issues. And by the way, I want to thank my sports card customers for your most recent purchases because I actually ordered for a brand new vacuum to be delivered to my home. And I got $20 off from Walmart and free shipping. As a matter of fact, I'm sitting here now. I forgot I got one of my customers' labels right here printed out. And I can recollect that this was the card that they bought. This is a Ryan Helsley Gold out of 50. I just listed. So thank you for that. Oh man, I feel awful, man. Jesus. Again, I'm really fighting myself here, folks, but I'm going to recap all of this. So as you can clearly see, the sports card people are trying their best to get something for nothing. They're trying to flip that card. They probably are looking to crack that card and reholder it in another holder. Whatever the modus operandi is, I'm not going to allow them to do that. I'm selling this card for what I'm selling it for. And this is how you defeat these people, is you rub these facts in their face and saying that, and again, anybody that knows me on eBay knows I'll haggle and, I don't mind negotiating prices and stuff like that. And usually it comes to, usually it ends on good terms, but these sports card frauds that are out there that are trying to get this card for $400, you are wrong. The card starts at a value of $700, and that's where the negotiation starts. It is in a holder, regardless or despite it being an SGC holder. And I have the numerical statistical evidence to prove that you are all wrong and I am right. And any of you that cop cards and sell cards and have these type of people that are trying to rip you off and scam you, rub it in their face. Numbers don't lie. Again, anyone can Google that base auto. And this is from Google's search results. $700 to $882.43. Approximately, ungraded. In other words, raw. You are wrong. You are wrong. And in case if anybody is wondering about that image, if you actually look, it says Top Series 1 Barry Bonds, 1990 autograph, number 90A BBO. That is this card right here. You can actually see that on the tag. That's this card. So they got the image wrong in a Google search. But that is this card right here. Number 90A BBO Barry Bonds. So this is the card they're talking about. So the image is incorrect. But clearly the evidence proves, and this is through a Google search, what the raw ungraded base auto is going for, whether you like it or not. So to attempt to lowball me for $300 or $400 or even $500, you are wrong. And I appreciate there are people trying to negotiate that price, but it starts at $700. And since it's my card, I can charge whatever I want, especially since it's in a slab. Now, if this card was raw and not in this slab, there are people that are overcharging on this card. Yes, I agree with some people that there are people out there right now that have this card raw listed at $1,200. I think there's even one that's up for sale right now for $1,400 raw. And that is incorrect. That's an incorrect price, because if the average price is going for this, then those people are ripping you off. So on that note, I will agree with some of the naysayers out there. They are overcharging for that card. But those are raw cards, not a graded slab like this. They are wrong. And this is, again, from a Google search that I did this morning. All right? Clearly says it starts at $700. And that's the average price range of it raw, ungraded, unslabbed, unholdered. Choose your adjectives, choose your language. Facts are facts. You are wrong. I am right. Again, the tool that eBay has implemented through Card Ladder, the scanning tool to comp cards, it concurs with Sports Card Pro right there. $700. And that's of this morning. For a recent raw card sale on February 4th, 2026. Whether you like it or not, facts are facts. This is for the raw card. Unslabbed, unholdered, whatever you want to call it. Choose your adjective. You are wrong. And once this live stream is done, I am going to link this video in the listing so that these knuckle-headed brainlets can see that this is probably the price that we see in Sports Card Pro, where they're getting this $882, even though the dollar amounts don't quite match up. This is for a BGS 9. But again, my assessment through the logic of people that are like, oh, it's so icky, poo, It's an SGC holder. Well, technically, if PSA owns SGC and they own Beckett, that means that this is technically a PSA holder now. Oh. Stop trying to find ways to get over. A BGS 9 is at least an 8 or an 8.5. Most recent sale, $849.99, whether you like it or not. And that's on July 20th, 2025, whether you like it or not. Facts are facts. The most recent sale of a PSA 6, once again, is at least, it has to be at least an SGC 8, 8.5. Again, using the same tool from eBay. And even here, you might be able to see it, $816.50 unsold. Actually, I'm going to make a little addendum to this, because I just noticed that now for the first time. I should have printed that out. You folks might be able to see it, but I'm going to circle it just for my own good. So you're going to see 18 of these have been ungraded, sold at $816.50. So that just adds more evidence to my claim that these brainlets that are trying to get this for cheap are wrong. You are wrong. You are incorrect. You are a con artist. You are a scam artist. You're trying to get something for nothing. You're trying to flip the card. You're trying to resell it. You are wrong. I am right. I have the facts and data to prove it. Ungraded, you see it right there, $816.50. 18 of them sold. You are wrong. I am right. You're not going to get something for cheap at my expense. Again, we look at Sports Card Pro, you'll see the range between a grade 8 and ungraded. And obviously there's a gap there because that could be very subjective. I would guess that that's somewhere between $700 to $1,000. So this is the price range I'm looking at right here for a graded slab, dumbasses. A 9.5 suggests that that's a BGS or an SGC. PSA doesn't do half grades between 9 and 10. You are wrong, dumbasses. Wrong. You are wrong. You are incorrect. I can do it a third time if you like. Why can't people admit they're wrong? It's like this Karen Pinzin who cheated on her husband, begging me for $200 fucking dollars, who self-deported back to Panama. You fat, ugly shit. I'm glad you self-deported. I blocked you from fucking YouTube. Alvita Zane. Stay in fucking Panama in your shanty town where you live. Fucking fat pig. By the way, I put a meme of that over at my community page. These fucking illegal immigrants get everything they fucking deserve. And then you're gonna attack me here on YouTube. Fat, ugly whore. Maybe your husband should find out how you tried to cheat on him and come begging me for fucking money. Anyway, that's another subject for another day, folks. As I said, this has been a very rough 48 hours for me for personal reasons. Very personal reasons. It's like my ex-girlfriend recently with Valentine's Day. It caught up to me. I'm not gonna lie to any of you. What this girl did on Valentine's Day and finding out that she cheated on me, the messages that she left me today. Or last night or whenever, I don't know. I don't have fucking concept of time anymore. I'm so sick and tired of having to go out of my way to prove myself correct with fucking every aspect of my life, folks. I know I'm getting personal in this live stream. I didn't want to get personal. But people just can't accept when they're fucking wrong. You are wrong. And here again, even with my my own property that I'm trying to sell on eBay, I again have to prove myself to these brainless nitwits in this shitty fucking world we live in, that people are wrong and I am right, whether you like it or not. And I'll run through this again in a couple minutes. Let me get up and stretch out here, folks, because like I said, I'm taking that stuff now to kind of like... Let me open up the door here a little bit. I need some fresh air. Alexa, what's the current forecast?
The current weather is 52 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Today, you can expect rainy weather with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 49 degrees.
All right, so that means I'm probably not going to do anything. I could use a day of rest and relaxation. Oh my God. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, I'm really out of it. I'm sorry you guys got to see me like this. Not really going to get into it. Fucking Jenny. I'm really trying not to get into personal things here. Fucking Jenny. She's another one. Stay focused, man. Stay focused. Stay focused. Every day is turning into a fucking fight for me, and it's wearing me down. I did nothing to this fucking girl for her to cheat on me. Sleep with an ugly looking skeevy man. You should be, I don't know if you're watching this, the two of you. You should, Jenny, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should be ashamed of yourself. And again, I'm defaulting to my hobbies and the things that make me happy to try to keep me focused here. I'm so sick and tired of proving people wrong. I'm tired of the fucking naysaying, the lies, the deceit that people cannot admit when they are wrong, when they make up bullshit, when they get their fucking feelings involved in stuff. That facts are facts are facts. That goes for life, that goes for people, that goes for things like this. That's what he believed in, Charlie Kirk. Facts are facts are facts. And it gets so fucking tiring to have to constantly prove to people that they are wrong, and they insist that they are right. Like I said, the message is that this woman left, that the girl that cheated on me. Yeah, it broke me, folks. It fucking broke me. It finally broke me. And that's what this is for. Isn't that nice? Stay focused, man. But again, I'm going to go through this one more time. And I'm going to lay down because I'm not feeling all that great. But again, here it is, the Barry Bonds auto. The image is wrong with the Google search. It should be this card right here. And you can see the call number on the card right there. $90 ABBO, high value chase card. It actually says that in this Google search. Let me move this back so the camera can stay in focus. But the image is wrong. Valued around $700 to $880. Ungraded. That's what this card is worth without the slab. Raw, and ungraded. And you see the price right there in that big red circle. I can't make this any easier. Even a fourth grader can understand this shit. To you sports card frauds that are out there that are trying to get something for nothing. You are wrong. Nine of the top 20 Series 1 sales being Barry Bonds autographs, recent sales, etc., etc. One more time, folks, just to hammer home this point. And again, I missed the fact that several of these sold at $816.50 without it being graded, without it being slabbed. August 18, 2025, a PSA 6 sold for $780. Facts are facts are facts. But because people refuse to acknowledge the SGC holder, I would estimate that the SGC holder of an 8 or an 8.5 is somewhere between $700 to $1,000. So I can comp that card in any which way, shape, or form that I choose, whether you like it or not. Facts are facts are facts. The numbers do not lie. Here it is in a BGS 9, which is technically a SGC 8 if you want to look at it like that. $849.99. Facts are facts are facts, whether you like it or not. I will link this live stream in the listing. Facts are facts. You are wrong. I am right. You are crooks. You are thieves. You're not going to profit off of me. You're not going to get something for nothing. This is how you fight back against these fucking bastards like the breakers, the flippers, the ones that sell Pokemon cards out of the back of their car for 3x what they're worth. This is how you defeat them. That's the most recent sale. Of a raw card, $700. And that confirms Sports Card Pro and Google's results. So the card raw starts at $700, whether you like it or not. Now I'm going to keep hammering this point home. There it is. Sports Card Pro confirms it. And don't forget that eBay is using Card Ladder to comp cards. And there you see it again. And in case you're blind, I blew it up for everybody to see so that there's no mistaking. I comped the card correctly. The card is listed correctly. It's within that $700 to $1,000 price range. Slabbed, it is correct at that price. Lowballing me at $300, $400, you are wrong. I am right. No matter how much people have stomped their feet in the last 2 times I've listed this card on eBay, I've now listed it a 3rd time. All of this paperwork, I think except for 1 or 2, I've actually put into the listing. And I will go ahead and add this stuff to that listing so that it is unmistaken. And I will link to this live stream for these brainless idiots that don't understand how this works. You will not get something for cheap so that you can flip it. You are not buying this for your personal collection. You're looking to make profit. Go fuck yourself. You have to start standing up to these people. You have to stand up to frauds, liars, con artists, and people that don't want to accept what they see in the mirror. People are fucking liars. They're thieves. They're cheats, like my ex-girlfriend, who's a cheat and a liar. She's no different than these fuckers here. Liars, cheats, frauds, thieves, looking to get things for nothing. The evidence says otherwise. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a fucking pothead. I may have the occasional beer once in a while. I don't sleep around with women. I work hard to make my money. I have my own business. I tried to save lives after 9/11 happened, volunteering at children's hospitals and parishes, taking beatings for people that were bullied themselves, how much more does one guy have to constantly fucking prove himself? Stopping some black asshole from killing one of my neighbors with a 10-inch kitchen knife, and I almost lost my home because of it. How much more shit does one have to put up with fucking people? This fat Panamanian illegal immigrant that begged me for fucking money had to self-deport, coming after me on YouTube. But meanwhile, she cheated on her husband. Don't you just love how people refuse to accept responsibility for their own behavior and want to put their bullshit off on others? Like my ex-girlfriend Jenny, who slept with this ugly-looking motherfucker that I showed on camera, and now I have to deal with fucking people trying to rip me off on eBay. This world is fucked up, folks. It really is. It really is. That's why I got this stuff to calm me down, because I'm tired. I'm tired of this fucking world, of these people. Oh, by the way, that's the lease right there. If you're watching, that's the lease right there. I'm not going to get into the details because there's a lot of personal information in there, but I guess I'm a liar. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know? I'm just a guy that runs his own business, who stays home, who doesn't smoke marijuana. I don't even smoke cigarettes. I don't do any of that stuff. And I constantly have to fucking prove myself again and again and again and again and again and a fucking again. Like what happened last year when I was falsely accused of doing things I never did. There's the letter from the lawyer, without leave. That's what it's called. I always forget. Pending charge without leave, which means that the judge didn't even fucking look at it. Case dismissed. And yet people are still falsely accusing me of stuff. Yeah, there you go. Volunteering at children's hospitals with kids with cancer. My good neighbors appreciating what I do for the people around here, showing their thanks. I'm not going to show that because that's my new birth certificate and stuff. Volunteering my time at the World Trade Center, risking my life, trying to save people. Yeah, what a bad guy I am. But meanwhile, this woman spreads her legs open for other men. Yeah, I'm the bad guy. And now I got people trying to rip me off on eBay. Facts are facts are facts are facts. And I'm sick and tired of constantly having to fucking defend myself from people. It's disgusting, actually, and it's wore me out. And that's what that's for right there. If any of you ever suffer with depression and anxiety, folks, talk to somebody. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm tired of constantly having to fucking defend myself against bullshit like this fat fucking Panamanian pig who is an illegal immigrant who she self-deported, who came to me begging for $200 and something, and then looking to cheat on her fucking husband, comes to me looking for money. Fat fucking Panamanian whore. You know who I'm talking about, Karen, if you're watching. You wanted to spread your legs open. You tried to sleep with another man. You are a cheater. And I hope your husband's watching too, you fat fuck. I'm glad you self-deported. Thank God Trump is doing what he's doing with these people. It's like with my ex-girlfriend falsely accusing me of things that I never did. You get sick and tired of I get tired of having to fucking prove myself again and again. I almost lost my fucking lease because of a fucking illegal immigrant bastard that was trying to push me out of my home, who was alienating me from my fucking friends, who would come here unannounced. I apologize, folks. I know that this live stream is starting to get a little personal, but I'm fed up with having to constantly fucking prove myself to people. And now I got people trying to rip me off on eBay. And I know many of you have been down this road. that these fucking people that are on eBay are persisting on trying to get this thing for almost nothing. And that's not happening, folks. It's not going to happen. Facts don't give a shit. And I hate Ben Shapiro. Not a fan of his. He's one of these ultra right-wingers. Even though I am a conservative voter, I can't stand his type of conservatism. But one thing he did say that I do agree with, facts don't care about your feelings. And when it comes to these sports card thieves that are out there that are trying to get this for nothing, guess what? Facts do not care about your feelings. 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 Facts do not care about your fucking feelings. You are wrong. I am right. Period. End of discussion. And if you agree with me, please hit that like button. Check out my eBay store. The link is below. I do have the one order. I've got it. I'll probably wait until tomorrow because if you just heard on Amazon, what's today's forecast? Amazon. It's the medicine starting to play games with me. Alexa, what's the forecast for today?
The current weather is 52 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Today's forecast has rainy weather with a high of 64 degrees and a low of 49 degrees.
So it's going to be a mess today. So do me a huge solid, guys. Like I said, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. If you want to support an honest sports card seller, you click on that link. You know, I do my best to be transparent with everybody, but it gets to a point where I'm sick and tired of constantly having to defend myself, not just against my reputation when it comes to certain fucking people out there. Like what happened with my ex-girlfriend on Valentine's Day when I had chocolates and flowers and teddy bears for her, and then I'd see that she cheated on me with this ugly, skeevy looking fucking Home Depot looking day laborer that should be thrown back over the fucking fence. Cocksucker. Like this fucking fat pig who came to me begging for money, and she ended up self-deporting because she knew Trump was going to throw her fat Panamanian ass back across the fucking border. Take that as you will. Facts are facts, and the paperwork proves it. Just like with this. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking world and people out there fucking over each other and fucking me over. I'm tired of it, folks. It is building up to the point where, like, I'm sick and tired of staying silent about certain things anymore. I'm tired of being the world's punching bag. I've been too passive for too long. This is an example of it. Even with something innocent like this, that people are trying to fucking rip me off and trying to get something for nothing. That's not how it works. This is how you break these people. $300? $400 for this? No. You are wrong. I am right. Period. And I'm tired of fighting this fucking world. This world has become so fucking dishonest and evil and shitty. Even with this, there's my lease. Doesn't it? I don't even want to talk about it. It's sad that we've come to this point. That's why this guy was so respected by people like me, because he talked about it, the fucking truth. Not your truth. There's only truth. Facts don't give a shit about your feelings. Just like with all that stuff right there. It gets tiring to constantly defend yourself against this kind of stuff. And even something that's innocent, like collecting baseball cards, you can't even do that anymore because of the bullshit that festers in our society. That you got people that are literally trying to rip each other off just for the almighty dollar, and you don't have to put up with it, folks. This is not a sales tactic. This is not, I don't even know how to describe it. But with all the stuff that goes on in the hobby, it's not just my personal life, but it's what goes on in this hobby. That I know a lot of you are pissed off and angry because of what goes on with these breakers. You want a box of cards, and I've talked about this with some of you who've commented in my live streams and videos. Some of you are on permanent disability like me. Some of you served our country proudly, and I thank you for that. Some of you are military, some of you are police officers, some of you have a rough life, some of you work all damn day, and all you want to do is just buy a fucking baseball card. Or you want to buy a box of cards and rip some wax, and you can't do it because the breakers get every fucking thing now. Fuck you, breakers. I don't give a shit anymore. The breakers are bullshit. You got to buy into, you buy into a team or you buy into a player. What happens if you don't get anything except for base cards? And you paid this asshole $100, $200, $300? Well, you're a fucking sucker. You did it to yourself. Don't ever buy into box breaks. Are you really that desperate to get a baseball card that you're going to pay some asshole to do something if you have two hands that you can do yourself? You don't have to buy into breaks. It's bullshit. It's like what happened with Dan the Card Man, who called this one dude out. Well, all of a sudden he took down his social media, I think it was Instagram or whatnot or whatever it was, and then reappeared again, and he tried to justify his behavior. He scammed people. That one-of-one soccer card belonged to somebody. He said it was a free giveaway, and he's like, "Oh, that's a one-of-one. I'm going to keep it. Yeah, $20,000 card." I think Dan the Card Man said he sold it or something like that. But that belonged to somebody else. And you see this shit in Pokemon. You see this thing with One Touch. You see this thing with TCG as a whole. And you see it especially here in the sports card hobby. There are fake jerseys out there, fake hats, fake sneakers. When is it enough? When are people going to stand up to this shit and say enough is enough? Enough is enough. When are you gonna stop? When are we gonna stop this shit? When are these con artists, flim-flam, snake oil salesmen gonna learn they cannot get over on somebody like me? $400, $300 lowball offers for this? That's not negotiating. They're literally, I should have printed out, in hindsight, I should have printed out these comments. I'm ready to pay you my $300 now. So here's my $400. Whenever you're ready, I have $400 for you. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you're subscribed to this channel, don't waste my time. I don't need con artists trying to get something for nothing. There's a difference between negotiating for a deal and literally trying to scam somebody out of their money or trying to scam somebody out of their card. And it's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Not at my eBay store, and certainly not on this channel. I've had enough of being fucking used and taken advantage of, not just through my eBay store. Again, I had another fucking false claim on eBay with somebody that ordered a Topps Gold Ellie De La Cruz card from my eBay store, and the card clearly shows it was fucking delivered. And the claim was closed, but the person put the claim up anyway. Whoops, wrong again. That's like 8 or 9. I've only had one that was legit, and that was that Yoshinobu Yamamoto card. And me, the customer, and myself were in contact with each other that it was a rotten shame. That card did actually get lost in the mail. But again, everybody wants something for free. They want to try to get over. They want to put the blame on you for your fucked up shit, or for their fucked up shit, I should say, excuse me. And it should not be that way. And now I have a physical, except for my paperwork right there, proving that what I say is true. I am what I am. And that's that. And now I have another example of that right here in my hands. Facts are facts. Numbers are numbers. Prices are prices. You are wrong. I have my $300 ready to pay you for that car. It's not trolls, because when you click on their avatar on eBay, it takes you right to their eBay store, and you can see what they're selling. It's like what happened with that Daniel Jones jersey I sold, with that piece of shit that was constantly messaging me again and again because they didn't get their way. Because I refused to bow to this person's wishes to sell that jersey for 50 or 60 bucks. And I ended up selling it for close to $80, which is what I was asking for. I mean, I did lower the price a little bit because the new customer came from New York, my former home. So as a fellow Giants fan, I'm like, you know what, I'll knock the price down a little bit. We agreed on the price. That person got the jersey. The other person can never participate in my auctions or buy anything ever again because now they're blocked, and I reported them for harassment. Ugh. You get sick and tired of having to prove that you're an honest to goodness fucking good guy. I break my ass doing this stuff. People think it's because it's photo, like sports card radio will call them, photos of men. There's so much that's involved, even with a little gig like I have here, that it's stressful. It really sucks. And it sucks for my regular customers because, you know, people that have permanent disabilities, people that have, like, you know, I've talked about it, like I got post-traumatic stress from that World Trade Center site. I barely sleep at night some nights. You know, I deal with the high blood sugar and stuff and the PTSD and everything. And there are many other personal things in my personal life I'm not going to get into that are up here in my brain. But look what happened recently with this girl on Valentine's Day for no reason. No reason. What reason? That she opens up her legs to this ugly looking Neanderthal, caveman looking, Home Depot parking lot day laborer looking motherfucker. And there are other things I'm not going to discuss in my personal life where I'm just so sick and tired of being fucked over by people. It's ridiculous. Like I almost lost my home for doing the right thing, operating within North Carolina law. North Carolina General Assembly 14-52.1.2.3, the stand your ground law, and acting in the defense of myself and my neighbors and my friends, but I'm going to lose my home? There's the lease right there. I was right. I was correct. I was right. I get sick and tired of this shit. Now I got to deal with this. Folks, you don't have to tolerate this in the hobby. You don't have to tolerate this shit in your personal lives. You don't have to deal with bad actors. You don't have to deal with family members that want to put everything on your shoulders. You don't have to deal with fake friends. And you certainly don't have to deal with people that are trying to fucking rip you off. Whenever you're ready to take my $300, I have $400 here when you're ready. Fuck you, people. That's a garbage pickup. Facts are facts are facts are facts are facts. I think I've beaten this topic to death like a dead cow or a dead deer laying on the side of the road. I am right. You are wrong. Facts are facts. The price that I'm selling my card for is correct, whether you like it or not. Case closed. I'm going to go to bed. I'm so sick and tired of having to constantly defend my position with everything. It is very stressful, ladies and gentlemen, when you have people that are coming after you, people that accuse you of things, people that have tried to put you in jail for no reason other than they are selfish people that you didn't bow to their whims or their wishes. You didn't shut up when they told you to. You didn't take off the MAGA hat because you're not supporting their fucking bullshit ideology. This stuff is fucking, it's so mind-numbing, and I can't even begin to convey in words what it feels like for a guy like me. And again, like always, I have facts to prove my case. Just like what my ex, what that woman did to me last summer, when my father fucking died, you fucking cocksucker. And like this other fat pig who begged me for money, yeah, $200, $250, whatever it was. Fat Panamanian fuck. How are the shanty towns over there in your little fucking mud hole doing? Now that you self-deported, you fuck. I hope your husband finds out that you tried to cheat on him. I hope your husband finds out you tried to cheat on him. Hopefully he's watching my YouTube channel. You know, your wife Karen Pinson tried to cheat on you. And came begging me for money. Fat fucking pig. Just like this girl. I never did anything to this girl. Spreading her legs open for what looks like a fucking Home Depot day laborer. Trabajo, trabajo. I did nothing to that fucking woman. In the last 48 hours emotionally has put me over the edge. And then I see these dumbass messages over on my eBay account because of this card, where people trying to get this card for nothing. It's not how it works. And I, again, am correct. Like always. When it comes to things like this. The facts matter. Case closed. I win, you lose. Just like everybody else out there who's gone up against me. They have lost. Sorry if I sound arrogant, folks, but that arrogance is justified when it comes to issues like this. And you have to out these kind of people. You have to put it in their face that they, not you, are wrong. Hold the mirror up to their face and say, no, this is you. At these sports card fuckers that are out there, these box breakers that are stealing cards, the fake slabs, what goes on in the Pokemon space. With all of that shit, you go to Costco and you got to worry that there's 50 or 60 people that are going to bulldoze over you. Or there's videos out there of young kids standing there while grown adults are clearing shelves of fucking of Pokemon, which is a hobby that's meant for kids. But this fucking world is turning into a giant scam. Everything is turning into a fucking scam. Everything that was righteous and wonderful and beautiful is now degraded to where we're at today. Charlie Kirk and his own. That's why I wore this hat. When I first sat down, I wanted to go straight to bed. I got this stuff right here. Because what transpired in the past 48 hours. You get fed up. You get fed up with this fucking world. You get fed up with its people. You get fed up with its beliefs. You get fed up with the lies and the deceit. Like people who I thought were my friends were never my fucking friends. There are people here that I thought were my friend, and they're not. A lot of them just use me. They only come around when they want things. One person in particular needed me to get his passport and his driver's license. And meanwhile, I helped him not get his ass kicked at Teddy Bars when he was trying to cheat on his wife. How he fucked a woman in a parking lot right here 2 summers ago, trying to stop him from cutting his face off with a bottle after his mom died. Many, many other things. And meanwhile, I'm the bad guy. Those spare house keys that I got there are because of him, because he wanted to fuck women in my apartment. Not just here, but up in North Charlotte where I used to live. But meanwhile, I'm the bad guy, right? That's my TV stand, not ass gas. I just noticed that the damn top plate is off edge on one side here. Anyway, folks, if you cannot tell, I am extremely stressed out. I am tired. I've had a lot of things go on in a very short amount of time. I'm not going to discuss it. Let's just say it wasn't nice. Nothing illegal or nothing related with law enforcement or anything like that. It's just certain things build up in a person after a while where you just so, and that's why I felt it appropriate to come on the live, come on this live stream right now and prove that it's not me. This is not narcissism. This is the fucking world we live in. It's the world we live in. People are just fucking awful. People are awful. And you got people that are out there literally trying to rip off those like me who break their ass to try to do things honestly and by the numbers and ensure people that what I do is legit. And everybody that's ever messaged me on eBay and commented in my live streams and my videos in support of my eBay store, folks, you have no idea how much that means to me. You know, I take it very personally. You know, and again, another crook that filed a fake complaint for that Ellie De La Cruz Topps Gold. The case is closed. You lost. I won again for another false claim. But these people still trying to get baseball cards for free. That's why I go through the initiative of sealing my cards in envelopes and using tamper-proof labels and fragile stickers. How the card is damaged. Well, I put a fragile sticker on it. If the post office damaged it, that's not my problem. Sorry, folks. I'm thoroughly stressed. I am thoroughly stressed out. I'm worn out. I am burnt out. I fight very hard for everything that I have. Like with this pot smoking fucking little shit. Thanks to my eBay customers, thanks to all of you, I ordered for a new vacuum cleaner. It should be delivered here tomorrow. A brand new Bissell that I ordered should be here tomorrow. And I got it on sale too. It was actually a really good price on Walmart's app with the free shipping. I think it came out to $60 or something like that for a really nice Bissell. And it's a real shame because I bought new belts in Valentine right here, the next town over, the next county over, for a vacuum cleaner that was given to me by a good friend of mine who now lives in Florida with her NYPD fiance who retired. And yet the fucking outside world encroaches on my world because too many fucking people out there, they care too much about getting fucked up smoking weed, but you could take that money and go buy a fucking vacuum cleaner, but you come knocking on my door looking for shit. And then break my fucking stuff and then run off. Why is this world so fucking irresponsible and so unethical and immoral? It's like this fat fucking pig leaving me these messages hours ago, prior to me sitting down. But meanwhile, she came knocking on my door, begging me for fucking money, trying to cheat on her husband. I wonder if her husband would like to know that she took money off of me. I took pity on her and gave her $250. I wonder if her husband's watching this to know that she tried to cheat on her husband. Fat fucking pig. Disgusting fat fucking pig. I'm glad she self-deported herself. I'm glad people like her they know when it's time to get the fuck out of this country. I'm glad she's back in Panama. Ugly, disgusting fuck. How's that $250 doing for you if you're watching this live stream, you fat fucking whore? Try to cheat on your husband, right? I wonder if your husband would like to know that if he's watching this. Well, now it's out here in the public, so hopefully if you're Karen Pizon's husband, she tried to cheat on you and took money off of me. How do you like that? Fucking fat pig. I felt sorry for her. I'm trying to become a citizen. I'm trying to become a citizen. Ah! And then she self-deported. Asshole. Serves you right. Lay off the fucking Twinkies and empanadas, you fat fuck. It's just like, it's the same type of people that are trying to fucking rip me off for this. And many of you, I'm sure, have got ripped off by people, had cards. If you're an eBay seller like me, I'm sure people have ripped you off as well. But you got people that want something for nothing. And I got the numbers and the facts. These people are fucking, they are sadistic, they are vile, they are disgusting. You know, how much more can one man take? I wish my father was alive. My father, with all of his flaws when he was alive, at least he knew how to fight back with a lot of things. He knew how to stand his ground. He knew how to do like what I'm doing right now. It's sad when you have to constantly prove yourself. That it's the fucking people around you, it's the world at large. I think I've said my case already. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I will not lie to any of you. It's a very depressing thing, my friends. It's a very depressing, very sad, very depressing time in my life. These past 15 to 18 months have been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare, a real nightmare. I got people taking me for a ride, using me, taking advantage of me, showing me no fucking respect or dignity, never admitting that they're wrong. It's always me being the scapegoat. I've had enough. I've had enough of it. And these fucking these flim-flam people, these supposed sports card people, are just as fucking bad. They're just as bad. Maybe even worse. I don't know if you heard that. That's how stressed out I am, folks. This has been a really rough 48 hours for me. I don't know what else to say, and please forgive me if you're regular viewers and subscribers of this channel and supporters of my eBay store. I didn't ask for any of this stuff. To continuously go through bullshit. These past 15 months have just been unbearable. Losing my dad, losing my buddy Wolf, a woman throwing me in jail for no fucking reason, where when my dad passed away, even the lawyer said it seems like she's taking advantage of you. There's nothing here in the paperwork. You committed no crimes, you broke no laws. What did you do? I did nothing. I went to go talk to her. That's it. Then this happens on Valentine's Day where this woman cheats on me. And now this. And people trying to get over. And trying to rip me off. And I know I'm not the only one that deals with this in the sports card hobby or in the Pokemon space or in the one-touch space or the TCG space. In all of these collecting spaces, there are fucking con jobs. Pat the NES Punk has called us out many a time. Not Tripping has called us out many a time. He exposed this black lesbian who pronoun freak, whatever her name is, for only having that job because of what she is, not because of her skill level. And many people have tested this thing. And she would grab the shoes and flip them around and do this whole song and dance, and she would get it wrong time and time again and call real shoes fake. And she's been called out time and time again. Then she starts blocking people because, well, she can't take the heat. And Not Tripping did a video about it recently, as a matter of fact. Why can people not admit they're wrong? Jenny, if you're watching this, you're wrong. Karen, if you're watching this, you're wrong. The people that are trying to rip me off on eBay and don't understand how this works, you're wrong. You are all wrong. All of you. I'm thoroughly stressed out. I definitely need to sleep. I don't know how I'm going to do that after drinking this Red Bull and now taking this medication. I don't know what I'm going to... I don't know, folks. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of it, man. I really am. I've got sick and tired of fucking society as a whole. I'm tired of being used. Everybody around me can do whatever they want, but if I make a move, well, I get singled out. It's a very, very, very frustrating time in my life. I'm supposed to be sitting on my cloud enjoying my retirement. And I continuously get fucked over. And then I got people trying to rip me off. I'm ready to pay you my $300 now, and it's not trolls. Whenever you're ready, I have $400 for you. Fuck you people. If you're subscribed to the channel, get lost. These people are just fucking... Don't people have a conscience? Don't people have a conscience anymore? Don't people have a conscience? Don't people have an ethical and moral center? And I got people out there like that fat pig, that Panamanian fat pig, illegal immigrant who tried to cheat on her husband, begging me for fucking $200 and something when she came knocking on my door. And I'm the bad guy? Fuck you, you fat, disgusting whore. I'm glad you're back in your shanty town of a country. And I'm the bad guy? Bullshit. I should share those comments that she left me. I screen capped them just in case. Fat pig. She cheated on her husband, and she told me this herself, that her husband doesn't put out the way she wants it to be put out, because she's fat and overweight. Stop eating empanadas and maybe you'll lose some weight. It's like this girl on Valentine's. You should have seen. I had the whole thing set up with flowers, chocolate, and now this, and that. Now this. I'm so tired of people's fucking dishonesty. Like that fucking pot-smoking, fucking worthless waste of sperm up there. I give her my vacuum cleaner and she shatters the fucking thing. It's filled up with marijuana and fucking cigar wrappers and everything else. I went up there and fucking barked at her door. She wouldn't open the door. But I'm the bad guy, right? It's more important to smoke weed than save up money to buy a fucking vacuum to clean your home. Now I had to shell out $60 to get a new vacuum for my... When does it fucking end with these people? When does it end? When does it end? I don't belong on this fucking planet Earth. I really don't. One thing I will say about my mother and father, Mom, if you're watching, I know you the two of you were very destructive with each other, but if that's one thing you instilled, at least in me as the oldest of the three, is a sense of fucking right and wrong. And the simple fact of the matter is that the people that have come in and out of my life, they simply don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about anything. And they want a fucking scapegoat to wipe their feet off on. And even with my eBay business, I'm still dealing with people trying to fucking rip me off. And I know a lot of you see my stress is going to the roof. I'm going to have to end this live stream and try to relax. That stuff did nothing to fucking calm me down. Especially after the last 48 hours. It's sad. Very sad. Very sad, folks. Doesn't have to be like that. This girl, Jennifer, or San Juana, or fucking Maribel, or whatever your name is. I don't even know what your real name is. Cheats on me with another guy. And now I got to deal with people trying to scam me and rip me off, right? I'm the bad guy. It's not narcissism. I am right. And when I am right, I am right. There are a lot of you, and I'm doing this because I know there's a lot of you that are out there that have rough lives, that don't have it easy, that break your ass all day long. You've probably been cheated on like me. You've probably had friends stab you in your back. You've probably had your wives and girlfriends cheat on you. You've probably had people trying to fucking rob and steal from you like what people are trying to do with me. I've noticed an uptick in this on eBay in the last couple of weeks. And now again, I've got the evidence to prove that I am right. These people are trying to fucking scam you and me out of our money. And they don't want to hear it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. You're wrong. I'm right. There is no more honesty. Honesty is dead. This country is, it's like the fucking Ferengi in Star Trek. It's like the Ferengi in Star Trek. That's exactly what it is. With this girl Jennifer or San Juana or Maribel or whatever the fuck her name is. I didn't deserve that. I don't deserve this. People trying to fucking scam me. They rip me off. Like many of you, like Dan the Card Man talks about it in the sports card hobby. Like Pat the NES Punk in the video game space, like Not Tripping, like Rattle Pokemon and Opossum Bud in the TCG space. They talk about it all the time. You can't have fucking anything nice. You can't have honesty. And even like what happened last year with that woman. I knew I did nothing wrong and I had to defend myself without leave. That's what that means. Didn't even go in front of the judge because I knew I did nothing wrong. And yet I had to go. I was forced to go through that while my poor father was in his fucking coffin. And that woman put me through fucking hell. Like my supposed best friend that lives right here on this property. He turned his back on not just me, but everybody else. For what? God bless you, Dad. That this woman did what she did to me. I'm still traumatized by the whole thing, folks. I'm not gonna lie. That's why when things come up like this, with people trying to rip me off, it just jogs my brain as to how fucking cruel and evil people really are. My dad knew it. That's why he never left the apartment where I grew up. The only time he ever felt free was when he was back in his hometown in Pennsylvania. Because you got scumbags like this that want to fucking rip you off. Or take you for granted or take advantage of you. He knew it then. I'm just learning it now. I mean, I've always known. But at least I'm open enough to talk about it, how I truly feel. I could sit here until I'm blue in the face and prove that I was down at that fucking site in 2001 and people still accuse me of being a fraud. I could prove 10 times over, like what happened last year with that woman who put me in jail for no reason, that I did nothing wrong. It's not good enough. And now Valentine's Day comes around and I get cheated on. I got a fat pig from my past who came knocking on my door begging for money, who was trying to cheat on her husband. is going to attack me on fucking YouTube for something that she did. And now she's self-deported. Her fat Panamanian ass is now in a shanty town somewhere in Panama where she belongs. And I'm the bad guy. Bullshit. 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 Because she wasn't satisfied with her husband. She comes knocking on my door, begging for fucking money. Fat pig. As they say in Spanish, come mierda. Fucking mentirosa. Basically meaning liar. This fucking world is just, it's getting worse and worse and worse. It's getting worse and worse. Good people that try to do the right thing, you can't. You're not allowed to. You can't. And I got to deal with people trying to screw me over and rip me off. Oh, it's in an SGC slab. I have my three in the condescending fucking messages. Oh, I got $300 waiting for you anytime you're ready. Oh, here's $400. Just let me know. The fuck out of here. And I can prove it. That I am right. You are wrong. Period. It adds up, folks. It all adds up emotionally. It really does. It adds up emotionally. I got into this hobby to get away from shit. I got into all of these hobbies, the jersey collecting, the hat collecting, the sneaker collecting, to get away from fucking reality for a while. And reality always wants to encroach itself into my little nirvana that I've created here in my home. This fucking world, it's like a pack of wolves. It's like when you pour a bucket of chum into the ocean, the fucking sharks start swimming around. And I'm worn out. I didn't ask to be cheated on Valentine's. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. I don't sleep around. Except for when my father died, I don't go to bars. I don't go to restaurants. I don't sleep around. I stay home. I hang out with my neighbors. I don't do anything. I do this. I do this. I mean, I know I'm not the only one who's going through this type of shit. This is wrong. Breakers that are ripping people off is wrong. These companies not allowing the average Joe to get this product are wrong. Ken Golden with this stupid thing with reholdering that Pokemon Illustrator while it was up for auction is wrong. All the things that a Possum Bud and Rattle Pokemon and not tripping and Pat the NES Punk call out, what Dan the Cardman calls out, is wrong. This, trying to rip somebody off to get something for cheap so that you can flip it, is wrong. Go to fucking Goodwill to do that. And when you can't admit you're wrong, you are the problem. Not me. You are the problem. I'm done, folks. I really need to lay down. I deeply apologize again to all of you. I really do. I deeply apologize to each and every single one of you. It's not often I break down and apologize, but this is one of those times where I never wanted people to see me like this. With the things that have been happening to me and around me, it's unbearable at times. I got people trying to rip me off, con me, scam me. I got cheated on for no reason at all, for doing literally nothing wrong. I got some fat whale who doesn't even belong in this country, which finally self-deported from what I know, trying to cheat on her fucking husband, knocking on my door because she's too fat. comes knocking on my door begging me for fucking money and then attacks me on YouTube. And then meanwhile, she ends up self-deporting because she knows that she's fucking wrong. And I hope her husband is watching this because your wife tried to cheat on you. Thank God that was put to an end. Right, Karen? Fucking fat pig. Her fucking ass looks like 2 milk crates hiding behind a loincloth. Disgusting. And I'm the bad guy. If your husband can't put out, don't come knocking on my door. But that's what people do. They only seem to fucking want me when they need something. That's how it works. I wish my buddy Wolf was alive. He understood this shit. He really did. He understood all of this shit. My dad understood all of this. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. It's very sick. This fucking world is sick. This world is suffering with a fucking disease. Why did you raise your price on the Jack Leiter card? You were selling it for $8, and then you gave me an offer of $6, but then you raised it to $12 because of the research that I do to find out the value of these cards so that I can price them appropriately. Dumbasses. It's called honesty. It's not me trying to rip off my customers. That these things are worth and valued what they're worth and valued at. Fucking box breakers are stealing cards from their customers. You have grown-ass fucking men who need to... Well, again, this is YouTube. I got to watch what I say. I got to stop myself right there. Bulldozing over fucking kids just to get pictures of cartoon characters on cards similar to this. Like at Costco. What grown adults do. Taking away Pokemon cards from kids. Because they have to earn that YouTube revenue to do reviews. And then slap the card to make money. And then you get the Logan Pauls of the fucking world. And then you get the Ken Goldens and the fucking Jeff Wilsons of the world. You get the Pac-Mans of the world. You get the asshole that pulled out one of one soccer player card that ripped off his customers. Don't you just love the honesty of this world? And then people will make up dumb shit to put it on your shoulders. But then again, when a guy like me comes out, it only makes them fucking hate someone like me even more. Facts are facts. Yeah, my $300 is ready for you for that. And it's not trolls. These are these eBay flippers, these low-cal Midwestern trailer park trash, trucker hat wearing, fucking Marlboro smoking, hole in a big toe, Converse wearing, dirty socks assholes that are out there that are worthless to fucking society, that their only fucking means of income is to sell pictures of men for highly inflated prices that they pulled out of thin air. At least somebody like me, I do my research. They don't. They make this shit up. They're like the banks that try to convince you to get credit cards, and then you see the peppy commercial. Have you ever really seen any more credit card commercials from like Capital One or any shit like that? They're very few and far between now. You know why? Because people got wise to it. They pull the money out of thin air. That money doesn't exist. Just like when you go for a bank loan, that money isn't there. They pull that out of thin air. They give you make-believe money that's not there. The only thing they do is punch the zeros into their computer, into your bank account. It's all a lie. This is money. Physical, tangible currency. I'm done, folks. I need to lay down. It's fucked up. Fat fucking pig coming knocking on my door begging for money. to try to earn her citizenship, but then fucking self-deports while trying to cheat on her husband, but I'm the bad guy. Right. That's why she's in Panama right now. Right, Karen? Got a woman that fucking cheated on me. I let into my home, fed her, wined and dined her, had all these flowers and candies for her, and then I look on YouTube and there's this fucking Home Depot day laborer looking little fucking monkey shit. And meanwhile, I break my ass all day. I work hard. Trying to save people from getting fucking killed, and I almost lose my home because of it. Dig up body parts no bigger than this screw bit, and I get accused of being a fraud. Have a woman putting me in jail, accusing me of things that I never did. And I got the paperwork right there to prove it. Dad dies, Wolf dies. People stole money out of my bank account twice last year. I had to get a brand new debit card, change my passwords and everything. People made up bullshit about that. This little fucking ragamuffin lesbian lumberjack dyke upstairs at Wolf's old apartment takes my fucking vacuum. The whole fucking thing stuck of marijuana. But me, because I'm a fucking bleeding heart myself, felt bad. And it comes back fucking broken that an NYPD friend of mine fucking gave to me when she used to live here. And it goes on and on and on. And now I got people on eBay trying to fucking con me and scam me, when I clearly have my facts right. When I have my facts right. I'm the bad guy. Folks, I'm going to lay down. I'm done. I apologize to all of you. I'm sorry if this is, you want to call this an emotional breakdown, choose your adjectives, choose your labels. Judge me accordingly at this point. I really don't know what else to say, but this is not right. It's not fair. And now I got people trying to steal from me and rip me off on eBay. Thank God it's a rainy day outside that I can at least lay in my bed, maybe sleep for an hour or two if I can. I'm going to try. It's like what this fucking I don't even know what her name is anymore. Sanjuana, Maribel, Jenny. Fucking cheats on me on Valentine's Day of all days for nothing, for no reason. No fucking reason. For nothing. For no reason. And now this. People trying to rip me off to get their hands on this. They're trying to scam me for something that I know. Again, I'm repeating myself, folks. I need to lay down. I so profusely apologize, everybody. I hope you can forgive me for this. Too much over the years has built up with me up here, especially all of these things that have piled on. It's one thing after another, after another, after another, and I'm here to fuck it. I'm here all by myself, dealing with all this shit. It's not fair to me. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words, folks. This new medicine ain't helping. I'm gonna try. Jesus Christ, it's 7:30 in the morning, guys. I'm gonna try to. Jenny, how could you? How could these people? Don't people have a fucking conscience? Don't people have any morals or ethics and values anymore? I watched this thing with there was a thing with Louis Rossmann. If you know who he is, he's been an advocate fighting for the right to repair. He did a video recently where he was talking about this man that was in a wheelchair by this piece of shit New York lawyer has been attacking a man in a wheelchair online. Breaking his chops, threatening to sue a man in a wheelchair. That you're literally gonna make fun of. I mean, I poke fun at a lot of shit. I poke fun at myself, but this is a point where like you're literally going after a man in a wheelchair legally. Seriously? This is like the cops arresting a man who's, what was he, a quadriplegic or something like that, claiming that he was kicking down a door or he kicked somebody and they arrested this man in a fucking wheelchair. Or people have lost their fucking mind. It's like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing all over again. You got people rioting in the fucking streets. And he did what he had to do to survive because they would have killed him and he turned out to be the bad guy. How does this fucking work? Jose Alba, Daniel Penny, me. It's getting harder and harder to live in this world. And now I got people trying to rip me off. It never fucking ends. It never ends. It never ends. Even with all of this, you think people aren't going to give a shit about this. People stealing money out of my bank account. My dad, Wolf. This woman on Valentine's Day, a fat pig, trying to spread her legs to get fucking money off of me. And I took fucking mercy on her and gave her the money. And then she has the fucking audacity to attack me in my fucking comments here across YouTube, which are now gone. And she's blocked. Fat fucking illegal immigrant fuck. I'm glad you self-deported. I would have called ICE on you just like that. If you were still living in fucking South Carolina or wherever the fuck it is you live. Funny how your husband looks just like me in his photos. Fat fucking pig. And then what this girl did on Valentine's, this dude with the knife, this woman putting me in jail for no reason. I'm done, folks. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try to go to bed. I'm going to try to relax. Now that I cranked down that Red Bull, I had a second one sitting here. I can't even open it up. Fucking people are ridiculous, man. People fucking suck. People are just fucking awful. And now this latest thing where people are trying to fucking pull a fast one on me. Forgive me, folks. Take care.